This video has kindly been sponsored by Car Vertical. As I've said before, Car Vertical is, in my opinion, the ultimate tool for finding the right used car. It works by scouring through multiple databases such as various national registries and crashed car auction sites to ultimately provide a comprehensive overview of a car's potentially hidden history. Car Vertical can detect if a car's mileage has been adjusted, whether it's been in any accidents, whether it's been imported or exported, or even if it's been reported stolen. On screen now we can see a real-life report of a VW Golf which has, as you can see, flagged up as being stolen here in the UK. Apart from that, the car's history appears to be clean, with no mileage discrepancies or accident damage, but this just shows the importance of doing a Car Vertical check. If you'd like to try it out for yourself by following the link in the description, you'll grab yourself a nice 10% discount too. Car Vertical is available in over 20 countries, and for a small cost, it's a tool which I plan on using for any future car purchases that I make to ensure that there's no hidden secrets. Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today for another modification video with the Mark 5. However, I'm not going to be doing it myself after the recent absolute fail I had with some DIY mods on this car. I've decided I'm going to leave it to the professionals, and so I'm here today at NV Motorsport, catching up with Mabs here up in Birmingham. You guys may recognise the M2, the Super M2 as he calls it. We did a full feature on that a little while ago, and for that full video you can check out on the channel already. Today's plan though is to actually put some springs and spacers on the Mark 5 GTI. I did initially plan to change the wheels on this car, but I'm deciding, at least for the time being, to leave them standard because one, they're a very traditional GTI wheel, and also secondly, they're very easy to clean. So we're going to stick with them for now, and so I think springs and spacers will really finish the look of the car off. It is really dirty at the moment, and there's also a little bit of damage, which I need to show you before we catch up with Mabs and head on inside, because I don't know how it happened or when it happened, but it's really, really annoying. So yeah, as we head on inside and catch up with Mabs, I need to show you a scratch which has appeared on the near side door. I don't know how well this is going to appear on camera, but can you see that almost like key-like scratch down the near side door? I've literally no idea how it happened or when it happened. The car is a little bit dirty at the moment, but it is fresh because wherever it happened, they tried rubbing it off, which is lovely. So yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up with Mike from Collings to get that buffed out. There is a couple of other little bits on the car, especially on the near side mirror. I live in the middle of nowhere where there's lots of hedges and lots of people who like driving in the middle of the flipping road. So there are some scratches where I've had to dive into a hedge or whatnot. But yeah, that is really annoying. I don't think it's gone all the way through. Might need a little bit of flatting or something, but yeah, I don't think it's gone all the way through. I don't think it's going to need repainting, but yeah, just a little bit annoying, to be honest. At least it's not on the driver's door, so I don't notice it every time I get in. But regardless, today's video is not about that. I think this car is going to look really, really good lowered and with a set of spacers on it as well. I think it's going to make it look really, really smart, and maybe once I give it another clean as well, it'll make things look really, really cool. But yeah, I thought, at least for the time being, like I mentioned, I'm going to leave these wheels on it. I do really like them. Like I said, they're very traditional GTI wheels, but maybe somewhere down the line I'll change them up. But I don't want to make this car look too modern by putting a nice fresh set of wheels on it. I think it's a Mark 5, it's a 2007 car. I don't want to try and make it look modern. I just want to try and make it look smart. It's basically the plan. But anyway, let me show you this M2. Of course, you guys may recognize this. Featured on the channel a little while ago. 625 brake horsepower on race fuel. The thing's an absolute animal with the NV forged wheels on it, looking absolutely mint. Actually, Mabs has just taken delivery of his new G80 M3. So once we catch up with him, maybe once the work is being carried out on this, we'll take a little look at that. I don't think we'll be able to have time to go out in it today, but if you guys want to see a full video on that, then by all means let me know. But anyway, I think let's head on inside, catch up with Mabs, then get this thing inside up on the ramp and get cracking with the work. So we're here with Mabs again. How are you? You all right?
Not too bad. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, not too long. It wasn't too long that we did the M2.
True.
But it's still looking good outside.
It is, yeah.
Still got it though. I know you.
Still got it. Yeah, it's not up for sale at the moment. I'm still enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good car. It's a
the
good
problem
car.
is I've got the G80 now, so it's just. Yeah. I never want to drive it, and when I do, it's a complete different sort of drive.
G80 is over there, which we'll get onto in a minute, probably, a bit later on in the video.
Looks a bit different to what
I haven't seen. That's the first time I've seen it today.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because it's a black car originally, isn't it? But,
originally, yeah.
But it's wrapped, new wheels on it, and everything like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, got the car in. Work is underway, but we've got all the goodies behind it, which we are fitting. What have we got?
Yeah, so H&R lowering springs, which are lowering it by about 35 to 40 mil. We've got some H&R wheel spacers, and we've got stabilizer drop links and top mounts with bearings as well. I mean, these elements are always corroded and seized on the car, so it's always a good idea to kind of replace this at the same time as doing it. Hopefully your shock absorbers are in a good condition, so they do take the springs well. But you know that as soon as you take the shock off, it's got a good compression in there.
And then the spacers are what, 10 mil, aren't they?
Yeah, 10 mil, so total track widening is 20 mil. Yeah, 10 mil front and back.
I've seen some photos of what they look like with all of this fitted, and they do look really smart, even with the stock wheels on.
I think it's that OEM Plus look, isn't it? I think it will just suit this car to a T, and obviously you don't really want to go mad with this car, do you? So.
Exactly, I'd keep it kind of subtle, but enhanced, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think it looks sweet.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Yeah, I think next you'll need some brakes for the more power.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, you're going to convince me into a KO4 or something. I think that it'll probably end up happening, to be fair.
Well, there's a KO4 car outside if you want
I know there is. Don't tempt me. But yeah, I think, we'll get the wheels off, obviously get all this sorted, and then a little bit later on we'll have a little look at the G80 as well.
Wicked.
Sorted. Okay, quick progress update. Rears are done, but that's
progress
the only thing.
Update.
Progress update, some form of update anyway.
Yeah, rear springs have gone on pretty much as easy as it would go on. We can understand why your wheel bearings probably failed, because the rear spring was actually collapsed. So that would have increased the camber on one side and just worn out that bearing.
I don't think I mentioned actually on video that the wheel bearings have gone on it, but they are gone.
So the wheel bearings need doing. We can't get any in today, but surely at a later date we can have a look at it. But yeah, the H&Rs are on there. There are a few kind of bushes and rubbers that wear and tear, but I think it's a pretty good condition in the rear. The front, however, are completely different.
However,
everything's seized. It looks like it's had some maintenance at some point. Top mount bolts are actually seized to the chassis itself. Ball joints have been over tightened, so they're being a pain in the ass to take off. One of the studs actually snapped, so you're going to need a set of ball joints on there. Top mount wise, we'll crack on with the other side because this side is seized, so we'll see how the other side is in comparison, and then crack on this. It might need some butchering. Unfortunately, suspension jobs aren't a pretty job, so we'll see how we can take this off. Yeah,
I suppose it's old car things, isn't it? But it's really not ideal.
I mean, the car's done almost 100,000 miles.
Almost,
so we don't expect shiny bolts. But usually these are kind of telltale signs that it's been torqued incorrectly at some point in its life. So you can see they are original shocks looking at them. But the shock numbers, the data manufacturer of both sides are different, so that tells me this side has been replaced at some point. But yeah.
Interesting. Well, not ideal, but at least the rears are done.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We'll see how long it takes to do this one.
Oh dear. Okay, so whilst the front springs are going to be hopefully taken off eventually, we need to take a little look at this. So this is your new G80 M3.
Well, it's our courtesy car, so this is what you're taking back.
Oh, lovely. Oh, brilliant.
No, I'm joking. So yeah, our G80 M3 2021, obviously. It's finished in midnight purple. It's actually been wrapped in a midnight purple, so that's a Nissan GTI colour. I love that colour so much, so I thought I'd wrap the car in it. A lot has changed already. I mean, it would be nice to get you kind of before we did anything, but I think you did a stock.
I did a stock one.
Yeah, a stock review. It'd be interesting to see what you think of this in comparison. Obviously, at the moment, it's got a Scorpion GPF back system. It's on I-back lowering springs. And it's got NV forged wheels, which are our own lightweight forged aluminium wheels.
Which are probably seen it. Look at them.
On the M2. Yeah, the concave was the key to the design. I mean, the actual design of the spokes was taken from the front grille because everyone was so controversial about the front grille. I was like, you know what, let me put a bit of that in our designs and development.
Actually.
So yeah, it drives mint. Like obviously these are saving about 1.5 kilos per corner in unsprung mass, and the difference is amazing. Like you need to drive it to understand the difference forged wheels can make on your car. Yes, it's a premium. Do you know what I mean? All forged wheels are going to be a premium, but the reason is they're made from one big billet of aluminium, so there's a lot of excess material wastage in comparison to like cast wheels, which only use whatever they produce. So that's, NV4s, NVF03C, that's our design in champagne gold.
Yeah, they look really nice with the purple.
We have got a few
interior as well.
Yeah,
it's got the orange interior, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the biggest decision in terms of wrapping. It was like, what colour do you wrap it with orange interior? So yeah, I kind of left that to John at Barn and Image, who wrapped the car, and he did an amazing job. There's so much development going on this. We can't show you everything, but we have got a lot of kind of engine, ECU, intake, exhaust work going on. We're doing a few different things to this in comparison to our last build. But generally, looking at it off the, at the factory, I think it's got the capabilities of running about 1,000 horsepower. So we'll try and find out if that's true. Basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our first aim is 10 seconds, quarter mile. That's going to be our first aim next week. We're at Santa Pod.
Nice.
I think it did it 11.7 stock, so we'll see how much we can improve on with what we're doing development-wise. And beyond that, the 1,000 horsepower claim comes from the high pressure fuel pumps. It's got 2 B58 TU pumps on there.
Does it really?
From factory, so that tells you one B58 TU does 500 horsepower. 2 has got the capability of 1,000. Plus the engine's, completely redesigned, the S58 in comparison to the B58. So we'll see.
It's very tight in there as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
not a lot of room.
ECU, technically it's not available at the moment, but we have kind of started developing our stage 1. That's utilising no hardware changes to the cat, downpipes or any fueling. But it's a slow process. Every time we program in the car, we're taking the ECU out, programming it, putting it back on. So hopefully we have some development on that in terms of OBD, so we can fast-pace development. But yeah, it's at the moment, power-wise, we're about 550 horsepower, 750 newton meters, which is crazy. It's not much of a jump from stock, but it drives completely different. So.
It's the torque as opposed to stage 1, which
I think stage 2 wise, downpipes, OPFs, etc. It's going to be about 600 horsepower mark, and then hybrid turbos, 700, 800 horsepower, and then probably single turbo, 1,000 horsepower. You might see it.
There we go. Mate, no, that's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, back to the GTI. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some good news. Okay, fast forwarding ahead a little bit, we now have the finished article. That is looking so much better. Now Mabs is at the wheel at the moment. He's just going to take it out around the block just to road test it a little bit, make sure he's happy with everything, and then we'll be having a bit of a roundup, seeing it all complete. But that is looking so much better. Lowering springs and a set of spacers absolutely transforms the Mark 5 GTI out into the horrendous weather. Was all right when I dropped the car off earlier on, but it's now absolutely throwing it down. But that is a lot better. Okay, road test done. Happy with everything?
Road test complete. It drives really nice.
Thank you very much.
I would advise changing the front P pushes at a later date, maybe some Powerflex anti-lift kit.
Yes,
but it drives really good. It's a bit slow. But it's got stage 1 tune on there, right?
Yeah, stage 1, just a stage 1. I want to go more on it though. I do want to go more.
Yeah, I think it's a great platform. Yours obviously it's a bit higher mileage than most, and today we saw that with the rust and the issues that we had. But generally, I think it's a tidy car all round, apart from all of that.
Brilliant, I'm glad.
But yeah, H&R springs on your stock shock absorbers. So we did check your stock shock absorbers, and they did have some rebound to it, so it does look like they will have a couple of more 1,000 miles in there. I would advise upgrading the shocks on something with this much mileage. But again, on the road test, it seemed fine. There was no issues.
No, looking so much better as well.
Yeah, I think the spacers do a really good job. I'm not a massive fan of spacers, as you probably know, aware, but for the OEM look that you get from this, I think it does look really nice. Yeah, definitely.
It looks really smart. Shame that the weather's turned against us, but it's not raining at the moment, so we're making the most of it outside. But wicked, no, thank you very much. And I know that we were a bit delayed thanks to the issues that we had.
Yeah.
But thank you for sorting it all out.
I think it'd be rude not to sort it out for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And plus, we don't have a courtesy car for you unless you want to take
unless it's the G80 to be fair, but yeah, that's not bad.
So
I think I get the better end of the stick there, but brilliant. Well, you can find all of MVM's details, links and everything down in the description, YouTube, website, Instagram, that kind of thing.
All the usual stuff.
And I'm sure that we'll be back probably with this and maybe with one of the two of the other cars as well to get...
I've lost count how many cars you've got.
I know, it's bad, it's really
mad.
bad.
It's mad.
But yeah, we'll definitely be back. I want to do some more things to this, and this I think is probably one of my favourite things which I've done to it at the moment, just because I haven't really done many aesthetic things to it. In fact, this is the first pretty much, and it's made a big difference. So thank you to yourselves. Awesome job as always, and
Cheers,
yeah, like I said, links can be found in the description. So there we go, that is a wrap. More mods for the Mark 5 GTI. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm actually less than 3,000 miles away from hitting 100,000 miles on this car, so I'm sure there'll be an update video coming soon. But now with the springs and spacers installed, it is looking miles better, that is for sure. And I think next stop is actually, well, apart from coming back here to MVM to probably turn this thing up to the next stage, but I do desperately need some new tyres. We've got a different make of tyre on each corner and it just doesn't work. I want to put some Michelin PS4s on it, so that is probably going to be happening off camera in the background, but that'll be done by the time another video of this is featured. But yeah, again, massive thank you to the guys here at MVM for sorting everything out for me, albeit with some setbacks. But we got there in the end and it's looking magnificent, I must say. But anyway, yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure to subscribe. All the adventures still to come.